Hi class, this week we will be covering active-passive voice, and it is rather simple, but it is something that a lot of students have problems with. So I'll try to explain that in a really clear way quickly for you before you complete the exercises this week. So there is a difference, and that difference between active and passive voice is in the meaning. The difference is how it's connected with the verb. Does the subject act or is the subject acted upon? So in most sentences, we will see the subject acting, which is the verb, on the object. In passive voice, it's rather backwards. It's the object being acted upon the subject. So it's reverse. So in order to create a stronger sentence, we always want the subject to act upon the object. So in passive voice, which is not what we want to use, some people use this type of voice if they're trying to be vague. For example, if you're a politician and you're trying to say something in a vague way so someone may not understand you clearly or have questions, you'll use passive voice. Or a mystery writer might use it to create some kind of question or vagueness within what they're saying. So this is what we do not want to write in. Here's the example. The essay is being written by the student. The essay is the object, the action, and then the student, whereas we want the student to create the action on the object. So in order to change this sentence where it's correct, and in active voice, the subject of the sentence performs the action, right? So the student wrote the essay. The subject's a student creating the action on the object. So hopefully that makes a little more sense. Passive voice. Watch for verbs such as be, am, is, was, were, are, being, had been, followed with by. That is a signifier. So passive voice is indirect. It's not directly spoken. Its intention is not direct to the audience. Here's another example. They are often taken to interesting places by their friends. If we want to change that to where it's more direct, their friends often take them to interesting places. Now the subject, the friends, are taking them, which is the verb, to interesting places, which is the object. So passive voice leads to more wordy sentences. They're less concise, as we said. Topics for the next essay are being considered by students. So it's more vague, it's more wordy. If we change that, we have a less wordy sentence. It's very much more concise. To active voice, the students consider topics for the next essay. So it's much more clear. So changing from passive to active, find the subject and change that verb accordingly. So let's look at these, and I'll give you a second to do these for yourself. The essay was written by Sheila. How do you change that to active voice? The big green apples were left on the table by the professor. How do you change that to active voice? So let's see if you got these correct. Active voice. Sheila wrote the essay. The subject performs the action on the object. The professor left the big green apples on the table. The subject creates the action on the object again. Let's try one more. The apple was eaten by Charlene. Clams are considered a delicacy by many people. Let's see how you did on these. Charlene ate the apple. Active voice. Subject, action on object. Many people consider clams a delicacy. Subject, action on object. So I hope this has helped you. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me, and good luck on the exercises and the quiz this week.